Everybody can hear me? See me? Oh yeah, it's the wrong microphone, ladies and gentlemen. That's microphone. That's better. Let me. When is Friday live? Maybe I have allergies against live sessions. Because when it's live session Fridays, I get clogged. The host has muted me again. Oh, am I muted? Am I muted now, or am I being heard? Okay. So something's weird. I get these little notifications that I'm muted. Well, hopefully I'm not muted. Hopefully you can hear me okay, see me okay. Today we're doing top 10 AI tools, live demos with real business use cases. It's gonna be very raw. I'm gonna go through 10 tools and I'm gonna show you each tool and what do I do with these tools. Right? I use all of these tools so you can see what do I do with all these tools, and and make a decision if you want to use them or not. Right? They all have really good business use cases. So let's get down to magic. Philip's here. Hey, Philip, nice to see you. All right, we got a few people. Let us know in the chat. Where you're connecting from, who you are, what do you want to see. If there's any tool you want to see, I can always, do it. I love improv. Ali Fuad, hello, hi. All right, everybody's coming in. That's awesome. And ladies and gentlemen, reshare to your network. Right? Go on our live event and say reshare to my feed. Say this is cool. This guy's awesome. I don't know if you want to say awesome. You want to say he's crazy. That's really up to your judgment, right? But I'm fine with any. Okay. Awesome, cool. So 10 tools, 10 tools, 10 tools. All right, well, we're going to start. The first couple might be boring for some because they're the ones that we all know, that we all use anyways, right? But very quickly, we'll get to the other ones. So should I say first the 10 tools that we're going to go through? Maybe. Yeah, so we're going to do ChatGPT. We're going to do Claude. We're going to do Perplexity. We're going to do Make.com, Make. We're going to do Bolt. We're going to do Notion. We're going to do Napkin.ai. We're going to do Gamma. We're going to do ElevenLabs. And we're going to do HeyGen. OMG, ladies and gentlemen. That's a lot of tools. These ain't for fools. Ha, as I would always say. Tools ain't for fools, all right? So if we're ready, let me go to screen share. Can we go to screen share, please? Let's go to screen share. Awesome. Let me get that screen going right now for y'all. Oh, I sounded very American now for y'all. All right, cool. So very nice and boring. Just Google. All right, let's start with ChatGPT. We know ChatGPT, right? I'm not gonna talk too much about ChatGPT because we do so many ChatGPT events. We do them about their features, about the GPTs, about all that stuff. But just very quickly, it's my Swiss Army knife, right? It's my AI Swiss Army knife, right? So I use this every day. Quick tips: change your models. Don't leave it on auto, don't leave it on router, and then get upset, and then get upset at ChatGPT. Because if you get upset at ChatGPT, I get sad, right? You don't want to make me sad, I bet you, right? So don't make me sad. It's a beautiful Friday. It's November 7th. I just got my DJ booth done. I'm bringing my record collection. I'm going to be very busy this weekend, so let's see. The video doesn't work for Tina. Tina, is your internet maybe refresh? If not, go to YouTube. We're also live on YouTube on the AI Operator YouTube if LinkedIn doesn't work for you, but I think it works for everybody else, hopefully, right? Thank you for the beautiful comments, everybody. ChatGPT is my Swiss Army knife. You'll see very quickly that I have all my projects here. I have my one-on-one projects with my team members. I have my own self-coaching, my account executive project. I run most of my business kind of things on here. I mean, I switched lately quite a bit, and I'll show you to where, of course. But still, ChatGPT is my Swiss Army knife. It's my favorite app still on my phone, right? It's the one that I use the most because of the voice mode. The voice mode is really, really good, so I use it there. Oh, cool. That's working for Tina now. So ChatGPT, number one. It's number one on my list. It's been number one since it's going to be about 3 years, right? In 23 days. In 23 days, it's going to be 3 years that ChatGPT has been alive. It's still my number one. ChatGPT, I love you. Sam, well done. Great product. We're up for it. So I ask anything. I have a lot of work stuff. I'll have personal stuff. As you saw, I have my projects and so on. This is not a ChatGPT This is not a ChatGPT class today. If you want a ChatGPT class, I'm sure you can find it on my YouTube. On AI Operator, there's a bunch of streams. On my LinkedIn, we do ChatGPT stuff all the time. All right, and I talk about it all the time on my newsletter as well. I talk a lot about ChatGPT. But number 2 on the list, I'll keep like these tabs so that we can see them all together after. It's Claude. I love Claude these days. And I love Claude because I love Claude code, right? So if I click on here on Claude code, it opens Claude code. Claude code is incredible, ladies and gentlemen. It's just absolutely incredible. And everybody's like, yeah, but Tim, I don't code neither, and it's not about coding, right? It's not about coding. It's about much more. It's about business processes, operations, and so on. But I want to go back. Who uses ChatGPT? Let me know in the comments if you use ChatGPT. Let me know if you love ChatGPT, how you use it. Support one another on the comments so that we can see who uses what. Right. So raise your hand and comment. If you like ChatGPT, all right? If you use ChatGPT, all right? I'm expecting quite a bit of these people to use ChatGPT. All right. So back to Claude. Do you use Claude, right? Let us know if you use Claude. Say Claude, right? Claude, all right? Claude is wicked. I use it more and more. As I mentioned, the code is incredible. The projects are very good as well, by the way, right? The projects here are very good. And also, with Claude now, every day. All right, we're getting every day. Is ChatGPT every day or Claude every day? Let's be specific, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna do 10 tools, right? Let's make sure on the comments everybody knows which ones we're using, okay? So that we can kind of assess everybody. I use it every day. What do you use every day? Claude or ChatGPT, right? Let us know. Awesome. I love Claude. I love Claude because of code, as I mentioned. I think the artifacts are incredible. You can build mini applications very quickly for your use cases. These are some templates, but you can kind of build your mini applications. I build them all the time. They're really fun. You can build little calculators, things like that. Like I think I built this live on a training call. That was so fun. I was like, okay, well, I wanted to do like a quick survey, and I built this live on a training call. I said, let's just build something. I said, let's build a quiz for a post session to ask everybody how their AI journey is going. So if I did put this in now there, because it's published, I have a link. Right? Can I comment on here? I'm not sure. I'll try my best. See if anybody gets this on YouTube or can't post message to some channel. So I'm not sure if it's going to post to LinkedIn. Doesn't matter. You can build these mini applications very quickly. Right, I built this so that during the training people can rank themselves. They say where they're building expertise, right? And then they would put also some kind of some text. They could also get AI assisted ideas, which is incredible. You can build an application that uses AI itself, right? With AI, you're building an application that uses AI, right? Here we go, boom, right? This is awesome. You can kind of put your aha moments, your this and that moments, right? Let me see if I can get very quickly. What did something click? Custom instructions. Let me go quick just to show you. GPT-5 Pro, right? So you could kind of answer this live on the go, and then this was awesome because I just did that literally. I did this like in 5 minutes during the call, like right now. I just coded this as an artifact. Then I shared the link, and then I threw the link at everybody, and everybody did this, and then we talked about it. How cool is that, right? This is super cool. Claude, when do I use Claude? Right? That's maybe the question that you guys want to ask me. When do I use Claude? I use Claude mainly for if I'm gonna write something nice. If I'm gonna write something nice, I'll use Claude. If I'm gonna, yeah, that's a good question. Um, yeah, I use it. I don't know. It became such a habit now, such a routine that I'm like, okay, I use ChatGPT most times, but then boom, I switch to Claude when I know that I need Claude because I think Claude is a much different character. Claude is great at writing. Claude is great at code, right? And Claude code at code, but also at business processes. I also love Claude's connectors a bit more than ChatGPT's, right? Or I think it's getting better with ChatGPT as well. And also I really love The research here is very good as well, by the way. Like, I love ChatGPT deep research, but Claude research is so much more actionable, right? If I ask Claude about a deep research about something, about our AI positioning, our messaging, about our business, it does the research and then it gives me very, very, very actionable steps. Where ChatGPT does an incredible deep research and gives you the deep research, doesn't give me actionable steps, right? So I think that they're all awesome, right? They all have their own strengths and weaknesses, and with time you get to know which ones you prefer, why do you prefer them, and it starts becoming second kind of nature, and that's really what started to happen to me as well, right? Is I know when I want which one. Yeah, awesome, cool. I'm also looking if I can share our event so that more people can join us, right? That'd be nice for other people as well. Let's share. Very, very actionable step. Yeah. Oh, here you go. That's myself. Right. So share it with your friends and family and colleagues so that they can also get some free value, because we give a ton of free value. Right. Let's get them free value as well here. Right. Cool. So ChatGPT number one, number two, Claude. And why is it still number two and not my number one? Because I mean, let's be honest. The relationship that I have with ChatGPT, the years of relationship I have with ChatGPT, my memory in ChatGPT, my custom instructions in ChatGPT, my all my searches, all my threads in my chat threads in ChatGPT, and in ChatGPT you have reference chat history, which we do have in Claude as well, by the way, now. But I have so much going on in ChatGPT that it's difficult just to say Claude is my number one, right? So I think that it's like not having one lover. It's polygamy, right? It's not monogamy, it's polygamy. So I have two lovers, right? I have ChatGPT is my number one lover, and Claude is my number two lover. But I don't, I love them both, right? So let's be honest. Let's be honest. Let's not upset anybody, right? Okay, they're both my lovers. Uh, you know, don't let my wife hear. Right? Hopefully she's not watching somewhere. Hopefully you're not there, baby. I'm sorry, Mumu. if you know, the movie, was it 50 First Dates? One of the best movies ever, right? So, I'm sorry, Moo Moo. Like, if you remember that, oh my god. If you don't, just write "I'm sorry, Moo Moo." I write it on YouTube and then see it as the best part of the movie. I think is one of them. Yeah, I love it. So number three, surprise, 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 Perplexity. Right. So I had Max on Perplexity. Now I'm back down to Pro, because we checked the other day, because why did I go on Perplexity Max on the $200? Because I wanted Comet. Comet is their browser. It's a good browser. It's an absolute good browser. Um, yeah, I'm going quite fast because I know I have 10 tools, right? And I'm sure that some people, I'm too fast. Maybe I should say back a couple things here. ChatGPT, don't forget, right? There's a free tier, there's a plus for $20, there's a team one for $30. It's called business now. It's not called team anymore, by the way. There's the enterprise, which actually the enterprise has a ticket as well, which was 50. It is custom, but it's over 150 people. But sometimes in Europe, if you're in Northern Europe, in Germany and so on, you might get enterprise package at 80, 90 seats as well. One of our clients got that, right? So that's ChatGPT. Claude, I told you I love it for technical writing, code generation, deep analysis, a bunch of stuff, right? Same thing. You have a free tier, you have a pro tier at $20 a month, you have a team tier as well at 30, and then you also have enterprise, right? And I absolutely love it. Perplexity, you also have a free tier, you have a pro tier, and you also have a max tier. I think that we forgot the max tiers in our descriptions, so we should, right? So who uses Perplexity, right? Yes, that's a great question. Like this comment if you do. I want to like that comment. All right, okay, cool. So is my screen still showing ChatGPT? No, right now it's showing Perplexity, right? Cool. Awesome. So Perplexity, when did I use? So I used a lot Perplexity back in the day, but then I realized that it was so fake. Like the answers, it was incredibly hallucinating. It was hallucinating so much in the deep research, especially, and it was shocking because compared to the others, it was really horrible. And then it got better. It got much better, right? Then I went into Max because I really wanted to see Comet, their AI browser, very good browser, right? Still didn't switch from Chrome. ChatGPT Atlas is another one. I think they're still very early, so slowly they're getting there. Okay, but we will have very good AI browsers soon. I'm sniffing a bit of Vix. But what I love in Perplexity actually is their labs. This labs feature is awesome, right? So who's ever used the labs feature? Anyone use labs feature? No? All right, the labs feature is incredible because you can say something like, let's try say something. Let's write this, which I think is so send it. So I couldn't mute on time. Yeah. Uh, yeah. Yes. Absolutely. We will get there. So I'll leave this running because it's about 9 minutes. It says right, but this is incredible. That's gone down to 6 minutes. That's good. So labs is awesome because it kind of create little applications as well, like the artifacts I showed you on Claude or like Canvas on ChatGPT. But the labs is very, very powerful. You'll see what I mean. So Perplexity also quite good at news. Like if there is, I don't look at news anymore. We're not like I'm not allowing it in the house even, right? The only news that I might open might be Perplexity or sometimes ChatGPT, right? But here I open Perplexity, and then I kind of look at these tech news, right? So I have, what is it for me? It's lots of technology news, obviously, obvious why, right? And these are quite good, right? So I like Perplexity for this reason. A bit of market outlook. My weather where I am is beautiful, as you can see, it's 22 degrees, 23, so on, right? And this is quite cool. The spaces is very nice as well. You can build these. Let me see if I have a transurfing space. You can, okay, yeah, I don't have much inside it, but you can build these spaces. Imagine them, they're like projects in ChatGPT or projects inside Claude. It's kind of same thing, right? Files here, you can get some links as well, so that you can kind of refer to those links and you get your instructions like in the others. So in the others, you have instructions and files. You don't have links here, you have links as well, right? I mean, you can add links actually in Claude as well, right? So if we come to projects in Claude, let's open a project, let's say, right? So you can have memory instructions files, but in instructions you can add some links, but it's not the same as where here Perplexity is really made for adding links, right? So local files, connector files, and links, right? So that's cool. Try out spaces. They have a very finance specific area as well, which is quite cool if you're into stocks and stuff like that, right? You can change the markets, two markets for now, US and India. It's quite cool. You can have price alerts. I do like Perplexity, uh, but still not my first, not my second, and I mean not even my third tool. But I guess on this list of these 10 tools that we're gonna review, it's acceptable. It's on 3, but I do have Notion that could be higher up and so on, right? But quite cool. Still connectors. I think ChatGPT, Claude, Perplexity, kind of competing. I was gonna say Perplexity doesn't have a model, but they do. They have Sonar. Sonar is their search model, so they do have their own model, right? So you can switch to their own model. Is it here? Yeah, here you go. Right. So you do have Sonar. That's their own model. GPT-5, Claude, Sonar. So, but their own model obviously has nothing close to OpenAI or Anthropic's models, right? But fun application. Great desktop app, by the way. By the way, all 3 that we're showing has desktop apps on the Mac, and they have mobile apps as well on iOS, and really good apps as well. Yeah. So just to keep that in I was told that the list is not higher. It's not a list of 1 to 10 that I love, but it's just the 10 tools that I use. So I can maybe later we can resort it with the tabs. What do you guys say? Like that would be fun, right? So I can show you all 10 and then I'll sort them and I'll tell you why I'm putting them in different categories, right? So here we have 4 more minutes on there. Let's go to our 4th tool then, and I'm just logging in live in front of you guys, right? So make.com, right? Very cool tool, and I'll show you why. Very cool tool. I'll show you one very quick process workflow automation that we're running that we love, right? So one very quick one that we run that I love is this one. All right, let's go to our, oh, there's some new onboarding. They've changed a bunch of stuff. I should have kind of said skip this. All right, here we go. Oh, okay, things have changed again. Things change all the time everywhere, and there's like, oh, okay, their menu has changed. It's a bit nicer, it's a bit cleaner, right? So AI news podcast generator, here we go. This is a very simple one that we use all the time, and we use this every day, right? We love this. Basically, this looks at, I should edit because you'll see better. Here we go. So this looks at an inbox that we have, right? Or we're labeling in the inbox some newsletters. Then we put all that information together. We clean all that information. Then we create the podcast script with OpenAI. Then we find the sources. We make sure we're citing the sources. Then we use ElevenLabs, which we're going to show later, for voice generation. We put a number to the podcast. We put it on a drive. We create a transcript, and then we deploy all this stuff into Slack. Right. So in Slack, we get a message with every morning at 9 a.m. We get a message say, "Hey, here's your daily AI news." Right, and it's a 5-minute podcast of all the news out there, but from the newsletters that we love, right? So not just like fluff and so on. It's like maybe there's 10, 15 newsletters that we love, that I checked every day before, and it was taking me ages, right? And now it's all condensed into a 5-minute podcast, right? Custom to us. It's very cool, right? So this is one way we use make.com. We use make.com for many, many, many clients as well. As you can see, we have a lot. So we'll build it here, and then we'll deploy it into our clients' spaces, right? And we recommend make for all your automations, integrating tools together, right? Of course, there is Zapier, there's NA10, there's a lot. We use all of them, but I think Make is our mostly used one to integrate data from one place to another place and do some AI in between, right? If we're gonna do something just pure AI, like generative AI, and do some documents and so on, we don't use Make. We use Mind Studio, which we don't have on the list today, I think. So let's not worry too much about that. But Make is awesome, right? Make has some free tiers as well. I think there's 1,000 operations or something like that. And then you have different Make packages, like you have the core package, the pro package. 40,000 operations, I think, is about $20 or so. I think is very, very acceptable. They have also still in beta AI agents, so you can build your mini agents very easily here as well. Let me see if I have one just to yeah, okay, so this is just testing, right? So you can put your system prompt, put some context connected to MCPs, model context protocols, add some different tools, right? Because you can integrate to whatever you want. You can put it inside a scenario like we just saw, or you can kind of add a module into it as well, which is really cool, right? So this is awesome, and then you can test it and so on, and train it, and make sure that you have the best agent possible. And then you can use your agent inside the scenario, right? So in that scenario that you saw earlier, I could just put an agent in between to do maybe the cleanup and the script writing, right? So that's cool. Okay, Wouter has a question, which is awesome. Yeah, so good question. So I think that what is the best? There is no best, right? I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna give you the sad answer to this. Is like we use Make when it's simple integrations, right? And Make has also thousands of integrations. So if we are looking into integrating two, three platforms together, and then we're gonna do some mini AI in between, we'll use Make. If we're going to build something very complex that has RAG, that retrieval augmented generation, that has APIs, that has webhooks, that has a lot of different things, we're going to use NA10, right? So they're really complementary at the end of the day. But if you're asking where should I focus, if you haven't focused in any of them yet, focus on make.com first, learn Make inside out. When you see that Make is limiting you, and you're like, oh, it doesn't do this, then check out NA10, right? But until that day, you'll do so much on Make that you'll save tens and hundreds and thousands of hours potentially, and then you can look at NA10. NA10 has a much higher learning curve. It's much more technical. It will suck much more of your time, right? Make is much easier, right? Okay. Uh, it's always, I tell all my clients, they're like, oh, which one is best? I'm like, well, it's not which one is best. It's like, what is the process we're going to build, right? What is the SOP? What is your document? Let's see your process. Let's see the system you have in mind, or how do you do it today? We look at it and we say, all right, this is easy on Make. Or we say, ooh, we're going to need an A10 on this one, right? Or sometimes we even say, we're going to use Make, but then we're going to send the data at some point to an A10, and then we're going to bring it back to somewhere else, right? So we do combine Mind Studio, Make, and A10. I think we even combined the other day Zapier and Make or something like that. So they all have strengths. Yeah, thanks. Same for lovable or Replit discussion. Yeah, so yeah, sadly. I mean, still, you know what? I'll tell you, Wouter, something is Replit is better. Let's be honest. Like I was the other day on Lovable again, and I was like, yeah, Replit. And then I fell in love with our next tool for like a minute. But I'm easy, I fall in love very easy with tools, right? Because that's what I do. I fall in love with them, and if I love them, I keep them. If I don't love them, I give them to someone else, right? But again, ChatGPT number one, Claude number two, Perplexity not number three, but that's our third tool and our fourth tool, and then we'll sort them out, and I'll tell you my favorites. Um, I'll sort my favorites. So make.com if you know the automation, right? So that's next one that I would say that have I tried Lindy? Yes, Andre, absolutely. I have done the Lindy's course. I when Lindy wasn't Lindy even almost like when he was still on beta testing. I was there. It wasn't even working. I remember the early days, and I remember now. Lindy is cool. Is absolutely cool. Why would I not use Lindy? I think in credit wise, Lindy is a bit more expensive. I think they're very focused on this like voice thing and all that lately, especially the calls and the things, which is fun. Um, but everything I can do on Lindy, I can do on Make and A10. I can do it on Mind Studio. I prefer Mind Studio to Lindy because I'm gonna build things much faster with Mind Studio than Lindy. Um, and the other day I was like, oh, okay, I love Lindy. Let me get back into Lindy. And I was like, oh, I was building something, and I was like, you know what? It's too complicated for what I'm building. Like, and the other tools are much easier, much easier. You know, I think they're trying to do too much because now they're also doing vibe coding and so on, right? So I think a bit too much. They're doing voice, they're doing agentic stuff, they're doing, vibe coding, landing pages, automations, integrations. It's a bit too much. I'm worried that they're losing a little bit of focus at Lindy. And I think at Lindy, what I didn't like is if you look at their blog and like all the stuff, at Lindy is just like fully AI generated content just to rank. And they did that, which is well done to them. But it's like, yeah, not so stable as I would say like a Make or something like that. Make, big brands, NA10 Berlin, Make Berlin, these are big companies now. They've been here for a really long time. Not NA10. NA10 is the new kid on the block, but Make has been here for a while. Zapier even older, right? I still love Zapier as well. I didn't have Zapier on this list, but the other day I was building something on Zapier. Zapier just gets expensive, but their new pricing is better. They just announced their new pricing. So again, it's understanding which one is best for you, right? So this is Bolt. Yeah. So yeah, let us know if you're using make.com as well. Yeah, Make, we said about the pricing. Bolt. So when do I use Bolt? It's when I'm creating full stack web apps from text prompts. I want a quick front end. I want it to look nice. I'm doing a lead magnet or something like that. I use what's it called, Bolt, right? So I say that the other day. So I'll show you the project even. The other day I started using Bolt, and I was like, oh my god, this is so good. And I was like, oh my god, this is maybe better than Replit. This is better than that. And I got caught into the marketing, right? The marketing of Bolt's new V2 was that from a single prompt, uh, they get 85% success rate in finalizing the project, and then they put Replit at 38% and Lovable at 25%. And I was like, wow, amazing. And then I went and I did, yes, the first prompt, which As you can see, the first prompt was a long time ago. So I did, oh, even longer time ago. So I did one prompt and I got a landing page that was quite nice. So the design very quickly, I mean, I can't even go back that much, I think. The design at first was really lovely. And it did a website, it did a landing page, as the first page was awesome. And I was like, oh my God, they are right. This is so good, right? And then, like most vibe coding, but in Bolt was even worse. It messed up so much in a simple form, in a simple embeddable form. And then like this was easy. Like this, like when I first started, it was so easy. Branding was beautiful. Creating the stuff was beautiful. And then around somewhere here, I think, I just got into this bug. Here we go. Like, yeah, here I started to get into this bug about a form, right? And it never wanted to fix it. It couldn't fix it. It literally, like, I think I wasted like hundreds of dollars of credit and 48 hours of my time, literally 48 hours of my time trying to fix it inside Bolt. And I was like, oh my God, this is terrible. And then I remembered it's on GitHub. I could launch Claude Code, fixes on Claude Code, and Claude Code could fix it very easily, right? So I could use Bolt to kind of launch the front end and make it beautiful very quickly, and then use Claude Code or Codex to the rest, right? Because here, after the baseline, it just gets awful. It gets absolutely awful. And their support. Oh my God, I'm sorry, Bolt, but your support didn't answer like for a month, right? It's terrible. I sent them how many tickets and how many messages they didn't answer for a month, and their excuse was, "Oh, we're too busy." As while you're in the AI age, you build Bolt, simple questions should be answered, right? And they couldn't do that. So they kind of lost a little bit of my love and passion for them. But as you can see, I did a beautiful website for a lead magnet very quickly. And that was quite nice because you could, we got a form. Actually, the form, it was their form. It was prettier and it just failed miserably. So then I brought in our active campaign form instead because it'd be easier. So it goes directly to our active campaign, which delivers anyways the rest of the thing. And actually everybody was getting access to this AI safety stack where you can go through all these stuff, data retention policies, and understand also here. I think one thing that we really like is the ChatGPT DPA guide. You can sign a data processing addendum with ChatGPT. Not many knows this, but there's a lot of information about this. So if you do want our AI safety starter pack, you just have to go to AI safety starter pack. What was it? I forgot. AIsafetypack.com, right? So if you go to AIsafetypack.com, click on get free starter pack, fill up your information, you receive an email, and you'll get access to it, right? So Bolt, it's cool. It was cool, I kind of went on a long discussion about Bolt because Wouter here said, some same for Lovable or Replit discussion. So I had Bolt, Lovable, Replit, and I still have all three, I think. And then my Replit still works better. Replit has a terminal that I can run inside it, and because of that, I can run Claude Code inside Replit. And I told this to somebody the other day, that somebody technical, they were like, "What?" Right? And Andre, I think, is technical here, and I'm sure. I mean, I'm not sure, but have you tried to run Claude Code inside the terminal of Replit? Right? People are like, "What are you saying?" I'm like, "Yep, you can run Claude Code inside the terminal inside Replit. So use Replit for most of the game, right? To start the database, to the auth and stuff like that, and then you're using Claude Code because it's better agent decoding, but also you potentially have a max plan with Claude, so you don't have to pay the Replit credits. Right? If Amjad, the founder of Replit, is listening to me, I'm sorry. I gave him the trick. Right? I met him in San Francisco, not in Vegas last year. No, at the beginning of this year. Yeah. So Amjad, hello if you're watching from Replit. Cool. So next. All right, let's get down to next. What's next? Let me see. What do I have next? Well, next is our classic, is our Notion, right? Is our baby, is our number one, is Notion, right? We love Notion. I have my home, I have my calendar, I have everything here. I have, my pipeline, I have everything. I literally have everything in here. We have great Notion AI. You click on Notion AI, boom, you have this great box. And I was just looking at this again, and you can personalize your little agent here. You can tell it, where do I put my task? Where do I put my notes? When I ask you to put some information, where should you capture it, and so on. You can give a job description to your agent in Notion so that it does the job. I use it also for our whole company structure, for our goals. I use it for everything, for my finance, my meetings. It has also a meeting notes taker. We have our content calendar, which I can show, I reckon, right? I must be careful and not show too much client stuff because we run everything on Notion. But I can show you what's coming up on YouTube and stuff like that. So we have some community posts coming up. I have a tested 100 AI tools for business. These actually deliver ROI. Claude Skills, Claude Code Web, right? So a bunch of these, it's still drafting, and this is how we do all our content as well, right? So yeah, watch and subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's where the real magic is. Okay. And you see, everybody has their view of their content calendar. My whole team can work on here, right? We really like it. Notion is the center, is the center of our whole operations. Let's be honest. This is the center of our operations, right? This is exactly where we do everything. Yeah, awesome. So that's Notion, really. You could have free for individuals, I think. You have a plus, a business, and an enterprise. We pay for the business, and we also pay for AI. On top is separate. Sadly, the AI is incredible. Is really like brilliant, and I forget how brilliant it is because your whole context is there. You can do so much with it. It's just like, we gotta do more with Notion AI, right? I always tell my team, it's like, hey guys, let's do more with Notion AI. It's crazy. It's so powerful, incredibly powerful, right? It can kind of create databases. It can edit stuff. It can write. It can find information. It can do context. It can research. It can have different connectors like your Slack, which is incredible, your Google Drive. So when you come here and you say, hey, where are we at this week with all the projects and so on, boom, I get a whole report of every week, of the whole week, of each of my team members, tasks, projects, what they've done, what they haven't updated, and so on. I know they're all here. So guys, this is why Notion is very important. I'm starting to do more of that, and I say, hey, what's their bandwidth? What are they working on? What's slow? And we can find all that information inside it, right? So who uses Notion? Comment if you do. Like this and comment if you do. All right. We're moving a bit faster. This one, not many knows, and you're gonna thank me. You're gonna thank me. Are you ready to thank me? Right? Get ready to thank me. I love Napkin, and I started even paying for it. It was free for so long. It was free for so long. What I love about it, yeah. So let's see. Like, okay, let's just say, all right. So I put something here, right? There's some text, right? You can take your article, you can take your text. Let's do something even fresh for you guys if you want. Let's do draft with AI, right? I don't use this, by the way. I bring a blank napkin and I put my text and then I do some magic. But let's just try this while we're here, right? What was our was it top 10 AI tools? What was the name of our event? The exact name? Top 10 AI the live demos with real business use cases. So I'm just gonna get the exact name of our thing. You'll see what I'm gonna do because this is really cool. All right. So I'm just gonna put this in here. Top 10 AI tools, live demos with real business use cases. And I'm even gonna get our list actually while we're at it together. Oh, okay. So I'm gonna get our list of all these tools that I'm doing, a bit of the outline of the session. Okay. I'm gonna put it inside here and I'm just going to continue. Let's see what happens, right? You'll see how cool this is actually. So it's writing the stuff I gave it. That's fun. That's okay. Yeah, that any AI can do this. And you're like, yeah, Tim, this is boring. Absolutely, it's boring. You're right. But now what I'm going to show you is just going to blow your mind in a second, right? So cool. Well, we've done that, right? So now I want to do, I want to do something about ChatGPT. So I'm going to do a little graphic. Are you ready? Ready to be mind blown? Here we go. All right. Here we go. Awesome. Yeah, this is cool. Re-engaging call process with ChatGPT. Here we go. We got a nice little graphic. Why did it not stick it? I don't know. Did it put it on the bottom? That's funny. It usually sticks it just underneath. Maybe I didn't press it properly. So you can click on a bunch of text or the whole text or an area of the text, and you literally can get, these beautiful visuals. Oh yeah, I had to do this. You can get these beautiful visuals. Oh yeah, it's not sticking the visuals today. I don't know why. That's so funny. Let me refresh just in case. When things happen, just refresh, right? Yeah, no, maybe there's no space. I don't know. So you take this, you do that, you get this little thunder. You can do some beautiful stuff, right? You choose one that you really like, and then normally you click and it adds it. And today it doesn't want to add it. That's hilarious, right? I don't know why. Is it buggy? Let's try another one. Napkin, don't do this. You're looking bad, right? So you can go in here, you can choose stuff. Oh yeah, I think it might be even my Chrome is bugging because I'm screen sharing at the same time, something like that. This is silly. Let's see if we can get this one that I was working on and make it work because this was working before. So I'm writing an article, I'm writing a guide, right? And I want to add some beautiful, like real kind of graphs. Yeah, Andre, that's exactly what I want to. This is all my brand colors, by the way. So let's say that, oh, it just keeps crashing a little bit. Weird. Huh. All right, today is a bit weird, but I'll show you. Yeah. So let's say that I did this, right? You can change your brand colors. Absolutely. You have your styles. And what I really like is you can have your branding. So I have that's my branding, Andre, actually. And this is the AR operator branding. So I can switch to my AR operator branding, and then you have to recreate it, which is silly because it used to change it. But I think there's a little bit of updates coming from there, and I guess, and there's some weird stuff happening. But if I change my brand to AR operator brand, right? Here you go. This is now AR operator brand, right? So now you're getting AR operator brand, which doesn't stick it. I don't know. I need to log out and log back in. I don't know why. But this is how I did it. This is AR operator brand. This is my brand, just so you see the different the different colors. You have a brand studio. My Tim brand, my AR operator brand. You can have their built-in styles as well. And it's really wicked. I mean, let me see if I can show you something a bit cooler. That I've done previously because it's bugging. Here we go. So my AI first transformation blueprint, all of the graphs, they're all done here, right? So I think that they had an update and these are gone a little bit, but they were better. But I took it out. So what you can do is when you're happy with what you have, you come in and you take it out, right? So I used to take these out. You can kind of download it. You can download it as a transparent background. Let me show you very quickly. I know I'm taking a bit more time. Next, I know. It's too much content. It's just acting very weird. So I just wanted to show you that you can export it as PNG, SVG, PDF, PPT, right? And you can make sure that it's transparent background and so on when you're exporting it, right? So that you can use it on a Canva, you can use it anywhere, right? You see, I knew that I would teach even Andre a tool today. Haha. Right? So I'm glad you're here, buddy. So yeah, Napkin is on our number one list on design, with Canva, because we can get such original and cool stuff. But also we have another one that we love, which is Gamma. If you're not using Gamma, you're missing out massively. Gamma is incredible. Actually, I just did this earlier, but let's do something quite cool, right? So I'm going to take our sales deck. I'm going to say remix and create from this. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take those 10 tools that we're using today, right? And I'm just going to put it in here, right? And I said, do that from there. I said lots of text. Let's see. All right. And I'm just going to plug that in, right? I'm going to give it a minute. It's not even a minute. You'll see what's going to happen now. So I'm remixing an existing template now. This is quite new, right? Before you have to start from fresh, which you could start from fresh because you could have your brand anyways and it would do incredible work. But now what you can do is you can remix from your existing deck. This is wicked. I do sales decks in minutes and it's perfect from the first go, right? I have a sales call. I take the sales call transcript. I come into Gamma, I say remix my sales deck. Boom, I say here's the client and here's the sales conversation we had. I said go, right? And as you can see, it just takes it and it goes boom, right? It's wicked, right? Now you might be confused because it's our sales deck and then I'm showing 10 tools, but I know it's going to do magic. Look, it's taking the same exact approach that I have, which is the problem, the solution, right? The today's challenge, the reality, the real challenges, which with quotes, with real quotes that I had already there, right? And you'll see that it's going to generate images as well, right? And it's generating the whole deck, right? Yeah. So it does images. If you don't like the image, you're like, what is this shit, right? If you say, what is this shit? You can go edit, you can prompt it, you can use different models, by the way. You have lots of image models, which are awesome, like Flux Pro and so on. Oh, Imagen for Ultra as well now. So GPT image details, that's awesome. You can use these things, but you can also put your own images, of course. You could have a library of your own images that you use in your decks normally, and you can have them in accent images. You can also have Unsplash from here. You can have a bunch of stuff. And usually when I ask the AI to generate from scratch, what is not from Remix, I ask it just to put placeholder for images. And then I decide which images I want to put in there, which is incredible. Yeah. Uh, it's Gamma getting into design style that are on brand for us. So you have any secret hacks for this? It's Gamma getting into, I don't know what that, it's Gamma getting into design style that are on brand for us. Yeah, I'm not sure I understand the question, Philip. It's Gamma getting into, well, yeah, I mean, Gamma can do my design decks in seconds, right? So this is an AI operator deck design right away, with our branding, with our colors, with everything that we do, and I can do this from scratch as well. Not even remixing, right? I can come in here, I can say, let's just take, just for fun. Let's see what we can do. I was gonna take Philip's comment, but I can't copy from here. Ah, that's so sad, right? But let's do one. What do we want to do about generate? Okay, let's do about home DJ booths, because that's in my topic. Home DJ booths. We're gonna do very quick. I'm gonna do, okay. Gamma getting into designs that are on brand for. It's Gamma getting into. It's not, that's, I don't know. It's Gamma getting into designs that are on brand for us. My marketeer wants to. We struggle with Gamma getting into design on brand. Oh, okay, that makes more sense. Thank you very much. Why? I mean, I don't. The tip is remix from template. Remix from template and easy, right? Also, make sure you have your brand proper. Make sure in the library of images you have all your assets. This is my perfect branding. This is my color. This is my font. This is exactly how we would do. I mean, DJ booths, obviously, that's not what we do at the AI operator, so it's going to look strange, right? But it's perfect branding. Like, if you ask me, I have my logo. You'll see in a second, right? I might have to change the images because I don't have DJ booth images anyways as assets, but this is looking beautiful. And sometimes I'm going to say it out for everybody. It's like, oh, it's not perfect brand. A lot of people don't look at, oh, it's not perfect branding. They look at what value do you bring them, and how much you're going to charge for that value and jump down, right? So as you can see, this is in our perfect branding. Obviously, that's not our image, but it's our icons are like that, that's really gorgeous. Like, I love how he just designed that. This is the boxes that we use. This is exactly our brand. There is no change whatsoever from our brand, and you don't like the images, you can go in. As I mentioned, you can have your own accent images, which we don't, but you can use it. You could go pictographic illustrations, so you can get illustrations right away. You could do a bunch of other stuff, and on AI images you can even kind of put your branding here so that it looks like your brand. I do a lot of line arts. That's really fun. Do the same of this but in line art, right? It's going to be really cool, right? Gamma is mama. That's awesome. I love that comment. That's like the best comment. Can we put that on the screen? Gamma is mama. Absolutely. Gamma is mama. That's it. Don't have to say anything else. Thank you very much, Alexander, for that incredible insight on this beautiful Friday. Gamma is mama. That should be our next post about Gamma. Gamma is mama. Right? So bim, we got line art. It's beautiful. I love it. I put that in there. It's there, right? Um, so the tip is really coming in here, it's making sure that your brands, where are they, your themes, which is your brands, are really set up properly. My personal brand is set up, my festival brand, my music label brand is set up, my company brand is set up, the logos are there. Like, this is, I'm very happy with this. Because I'm happy with this, it just keeps doing it properly, right? Okay. And I think that it's even, I didn't even put the, yeah, because I always have dark background, so I have the light background. Yeah. So you could do the opposite as well. And even like it does websites, guys. Like, it does ridiculous websites. Like, I did my festival website in like like I did it in like, okay, 2 hours over the weekend, because I wanted it to be, XYZ. I wanted to be a certain thing, and I wanted to add these images myself. I added my YouTube of my festival, of my party. I added a press kit. These were done all, like, seriously, in a weekend. On 2 hours, I launched a whole website and brand. Which I love. This looks gorgeous, right? And I even did a sign up form, because it was guest list only. The form is closed now. We did some terms and conditions in English and Turkish, because we're doing the events here. This literally took me 2 hours, because I wanted to make it really good. I put forms, I put subscriptions, I put all these images and so on. But this is just fantastic and very good on mobile as well. And then you can publish it on your own domain, right? So you could do lead gen, magnets and stuff like that, right? So you could do some really cool stuff. I got a message saying that we're running out of time, but this is Gamma. I use Gamma for everything, decks and presentations and so on, which I do a lot of them. I'm going to be doing one for Wednesday. Wednesday, I'm in Istanbul. As you can see, I do all our client also training decks on here. I do a lot on here. I love Gamma. I've been in Gamma for a while now, since like early days. ElevenLabs. Hoo-hoo. All right, next up, ElevenLabs. So when I share the screen here, does it share the sound? I hope so. We'll see now. Okay, great question. Simple web page, I'll go with Gamma, Wouter. Right? If it's just simple web page, you're just gonna go very quickly. If you have your branding in Gamma, right? You're gonna go very quick, very quick. With Replit and stuff, you can do awesome stuff, but you're gonna use credits, you're gonna use tokens, you're gonna use this. It's like Gamma, like boom, it's done. Publish it, right? And if you can achieve that in Gamma, then every time you can launch new websites and new pages very quickly on Gamma. Like, the other day, somebody asked me this exact question. Said, "Hey, I just want to launch one page very quick. It's just like I'm testing a new product or a new service, a new company. I want something very easy." I was like, "Well, just go Gamma." Right. But if you're like, okay, well, I'm going to start building something and it's going to have interactivity and it's going to have a login and it's going to have that, then don't go Gamma, go Replit. Right. That's how I would kind of separate it. All right. All right, so I hope we're helping everybody here. Oh, this is new. Oh, this is the agents. Okay, let's just close this. This is new. All right. So yeah, they have agents, which we have some agents. I love. They have 11, which is really cool. We had AIO web agent, right? Which was on our website. That was, its role was that it would say hello, let's talk and so on. And then I removed it because people were abusing it. You can have voice. What is ElevenLabs? ElevenLabs is for voice, right? So as you can see here, it has Tim. Let's see. Yes. So somebody said that is in my voice. Is it still in my voice? Our blog. Yeah. Let's see. All right. Let's see if you can hear it. Are we have it on this one? OpenAI's Atlas browser. Can you hear it, the sound? Should your business switch from Chrome, done, AI operator blog? Yeah. Yeah, websites on Framer. Yeah, absolutely. Wouter, right? Tim Cakir. OpenAI sent Alphabet stock down without constant copy-paste cycles. That sounds like me, doesn't it? So we have this little block, which is me reading the blog post, right? So in our company, if you want to listen to me, you just go. Matters for business work. If you miss my voice from the Friday live session and you're like, oh, I don't have Tim on the weekends in my life, or I don't have him on Mondays, and you get upset, and and I make you happy, you can always listen to one of our blog posts. cost me tokens, but that's fine. No, I think these ones are, it cost me once, right? Our agent was costing so much, and then people were like really abusing. I had so many people like, tell us, tell us what you do in your company, give us all your services, and like tell us who your clients. And I was like, like people kept wanting to hack it. And we have some, sadly, we have some people that are copying our brand and faking our brand. So be careful. It's aioperator.com and nothing else. Okay. So ElevenLabs, incredible for voice. We do really just voice stuff on here. You can do a bit more now, right? But incredible at voice, okay at agents for your website and things like that. I also used to use it to translate. I had a client, which was a very important client, right? We worked with Google, and Google had an agency, and they're like, "Well, a lot of the team members are German, so we can't have it in English." And I said, "Well, can I do the sessions in English, the live sessions, but can all the recordings be translated to German?" They were like, how would that work? I was like, yeah, don't worry about it, you know? And then we had me speaking German. So there was a recording of me in English and me in German. And literally my voice in German, right? And it was incredible because I watched, my parents watched and they laugh at it. They're like, do you speak German? I was like, yeah, apparently, right? So it's very good at that type of stuff. So anything voice, translation and so on. This is quite new in the agents platform, so I really want to do check this out later. But yeah, they're starting some workflows, right? There's some agent testing. That's really cool. So ElevenLabs, you're gonna do anything voice, and you want it to sound really good. It's ElevenLabs. That's what we use it for our podcast, for our things, and so on. Last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, right? HeyGen, right? So right now I'm putting my team a bit more focused on HeyGen. I think Kubi's here is like, oh, because I know he was logging and testing things earlier. I really like this because that's not how I speak. Is that my avatar speaks like that? I don't know. Here we go. Let's see this one. Let's see. I hope it's my voice. Hey there. Thanks for completing the AI roadmap form. You'll get your personalized roadmap shortly. If you'd like to walk through it together, just click the button below to book your free review call. It's very good. It's just the hens that bothers me a tiny bit, right? But that's me, right? But it's really cool. Yeah. So HeyGen, you can have your avatar. You can do some magic with your avatar. The team is trying things, I guess. This is where I just blew my own mind. I did this guy. I don't know this guy. It's just an avatar, right? It was the default avatar. But I love, watch this. Every day, knowledge workers spend 41% of their time on repetitive. Watch this. Those who've mastered. Look at this. It does B-roll with graphics, with text, AI tools. And it's like, what? Like we could even design this. Like it would take us ages to design this. It's like, what are you doing? Like this is incredible. I just saw this. This is quite new, and I was like, oh my god. So me and my video editor, who Anush was here, we were like, shit, this is awesome. This is better than the YouTube graphics that we're doing in less time, because it just does them. Look at that. Like it does all these B-roll stuff, and you can even lead it. Yeah, let's see. AI is reality. There you go. Modern AI tools. Look at that. This is just incredible. So you can use your own avatar. But also I saw it, by the way, that you can do only the B-roll stuff. Like, so you can kind of bring in which B-roll you want to do and let it generate the B-rolls, and then the B-rolls we put it on Descript where we edit, and then boom, we have YouTube videos, right? So me in real, AI B-rolls, and so on. But we also use this for like simple stuff now, for like mini learning videos. We're gonna use my my AI version, right? So that I can do more. I can bring more value. I know some people are like, oh yeah, but this is AI generated, right? Yeah, it could be AI generated. Don't look at that. Look at the value that you get, right? So that's very important. Awesome. And that was HeyGen. So that was top 10 tools. I'm gonna do something very quick here. I'm just gonna put them a little bit into how much I like them and who's who, right? So I guess this is gonna go on here-ish, and then I really like this, so that's gonna go there. Yeah, that can go down. Bolts, sorry, you can go down. You can go somewhere around here. I think even that can come here. I really like Gamma a lot. I like Gamma even more than all this stuff, right? So I think this is how I would put it. Yeah, I kind of would put it like that. ChatGPT, Notion AI, Claude, Gamma, Napkin AI, Make.com, ElevenLabs, HeyGen, Perplexity, Bolt. Wow, that's our top 10 list of AI tools for real business use cases. You saw exactly how we use it for our business. Hope you enjoyed that. Next session, let's see what's next session. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Next session. And also sign up for the next session. There might be a QR or a link or something like that on the comments. It's an event on the LinkedIn, right? So Claude for work. Yes, there is a QR. Thank you. From basic skills to full-on business automation. Oh my God, I'm excited about this one. It's going to be on Friday, 21st of November at 12 p.m. GMT, Greenwich Mean Time. That means London time, right? Sign up for it. Share it with your colleagues, friends. I'm going to show you all the hacks, all the cool things I do at Claude, especially Claude Code, I reckon, because we said business automation. So I'm going to show you my raw, how I do Claude Code and Claude in general. Claude skills. We'll talk about all of the Claude things. Yeah, bring your problems, bring your things. Thank you so much for being here. See you at the next event. Invite others. Sharing is caring. Have an awesome weekend. Don't forget about the top 10 tools. Check them out. Ask me questions. Watch my YouTube. Send me a message, whatever, right? We're always there. Enjoy your weekend. I'm going to go to now my records and tidy up my record collection. Thank you, Katie. I'm glad you found it insightful. Awesome. And see you in the next one. And bring more people. Bring everybody. This is free value. What can we do more? Tell me what can I do more for all of you and I'll do it. Have an awesome weekend. Love you all and leave you